Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I do my makeup when I go to school. First, I'm going to start off with Neutrogena's Hydro Boost, and I'm going to put that all over my face. It is like around November, December at the time that I shot this video. It is cold outside. Make sure you moisturize if your skin needs it. I know my skin, when I wake up in the morning, all I gotta do is put some cream on. My next step is eyeliner. I use a black point eyeliner by one size, and picking the kind of shape you want for your eyeliner, in my opinion, is kind of important. For me, the way I do my eyeliner really shapes my face. If I go up, I kind of look ridiculous. That's just my opinion. So I usually like to go down, or I won't even do like a line. I will just go with my, like, using a powder in my under eyes. But in this video, I went with a sharp line going down. My next step is I put on concealer. This is an old concealer and I am running out. I know that I probably should use foundation, but part of the reason I'm making this video is, as I'm also new to YouTubing, I'm also new to makeup. I do, like, my most experience is with my eyes and lips, but in terms of like doing a full face, I only really started experimenting with that this year. So I'm using two different concealers. This is the hashtag Fox Filter Concealer in the shade Nougat 2.5G. I really like it. As you can see, it's full. She is new. I've used it a few times, but yeah, no foundation. Just doing a nice cream in the very base of my skin, like moisturizing, and then going right on with concealer. I actually didn't used to put anything on my forehead because my bangs used to go like right down in front of my forehead, so I didn't really feel the need to put product where it wasn't going to be seen in the first place. But since I permed my bangs to the side, I am going to put concealer on my forehead in a couple of clips. This beauty blender is also not the newest, but she does the job. So I'm just gonna blend that out. But yeah, this is part of the reason I'm making this video is for people who are kind of intimidated by makeup, kind of like I used to be. Like, part of the reason I didn't do makeup when I was younger was because I didn't have too much interest in it, but it was also because it was kind of confusing. At the end of the day, really do whatever you want. I mean, people are making products now that are like blush, lipstick, eyeshadow, and things are meant to be used for other things. You're just supposed to have fun with it. There's rules, yeah, and you don't want to get acne or anything. You want to like follow certain skincare tips, but in terms of doing makeup, you can really do anything. And if you're not taking tips from this, let this just be a comfortable spot for you to remember that there's always room to learn and there's always ways to do things. So even if you're not a pro, you can still start somewhere. So, like I said, I'm putting concealer on my forehead now because I realized that with my forehead being very out, which I'm not used to, I do need to cover it up because now my cheeks and my forehead are two different shades. So, here I am just blending it in. And yeah, sometimes I do use a brush, but I started using beauty blenders just because I think generally, like, it's just better not to see the strokes. I don't have too much of a problem with it in general, but it has been like kind of noticeable in the past. So I think a beauty blender will get the job done better. And yeah, my next step, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be contour, which I believe is by Mario. Um, yeah. Oh, I was right. So I'm using the light shade, and I'm using the soft sculpt shaping stick by Mario. I wanted to go with a darker shade because I really wanted like a deep contour, but everybody who was at the Sephora when I was buying it was telling me that it's just supposed to be a shadow. This definitely does work. You'll see when I blend it out that it really does contour my face, but I wanted more of a dramatic look just because that's kind of my taste. So I think I should have like trusted my gut and went with a darker shade. Or as I've seen other people do, sometimes they just use black and they kind of have like a gray contour going on. I think that subtle things like that are kind of your own twist to makeup, but it's not so dramatic if you don't want to be. That's part of the reason I love doing makeup now. It's less of like feeling like I have to put it on or I need to put it on, and more of just like you really can do whatever you want to achieve a pretty like good look. So I think that in the future I'll probably get a darker stick, but for now I'm using the light one, and as you can see, it does contour my face. I do have pretty prominent cheekbones. I get them from my mother, but sometimes it's nice to just have a bit more of a dramatic line. I went ahead and put a little bit more on my left cheek because I accidentally put too much on my right, so I'm just trying to even it out. I don't really put any on my jaw or my neck just because I don't really like the feeling of makeup anywhere but my face. So I just keep it on my cheeks, and I've tried contouring my nose before. I'm not that good at it. My next step is putting on Telescopic by L'Oreal. I mascara. I was about to say eyeliner. I don't curl my lashes before this because I do not like the way my lashes look when they are curled. I just like a bit of like a darker, more dramatic look on my eyes rather than just, the normal way that my eyelashes look. But I don't really do it for like an extra curling effect. As you can see, they do kind of get curled up even though I am not curling them. I also do like to put some on my under eye. As I said before, part of makeup that I know really well is eyes. I do my eyes all the time. I've always loved doing my eyes. This product, I could not possibly tell you the name. I have forgot it. My mom bought it in a bulk pack a long time ago, and I've been doing white in my inner corners ever since. It is just like a regular white gel like pen. I think it's supposed to be like an eyeshadow of some sort, but I really use it on my inner eyes. Sometimes I use a powder and I go really dramatic and I make like a very bold inner eye look. But today I'm going with something a bit more subtle, and I'm really just doing the inner corners of my eyes. Um, Typically, if I don't have much time to do my makeup, I usually just do black powder eyeshadow on like around my bottom lash line, and I do white powder on the inner part. I think that it makes my eyes really pop. But here I'm just doing a little something different, but I still love it. The sharp wing and just the gel in the inner corner. My next step is putting on lipstick. I made in another video a review about the Kulfi Lassie lip staining oil. Today I'm using the other shade that I have in the duo pack, which is Date, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I'm going to show it in the next clip. Yes, I definitely am. I really, really love this product, and I'm going to make another video really reviewing how this shade lasts throughout the day. I like this color a bit more than I like the other color, if I'm being honest. It's a bit more neutral, and I feel like it suits more of my makeup looks, but both colors are absolutely amazing, and as I said before, the quality of this product is amazing. I really love it. It lasts all day. I don't really like to wear it glossy, but the stain is really what I'm here for. It does just leave like a darker stain in the inner corner, the inner part of my mouth, but I'll get into that in another video. This is my makeup in another lighting. I am pretty much done. I think after this video, I did end up buying like a setting spray or setting powder or something. I don't have it at this point, so I'm not putting it on in this video, but I hope that this video encourages you to do makeup and just start somewhere. If you really want to wear it, then you can do whatever you want. There's no rules. Thank you for watching, guys.